The next step for the Model Magic rose is to get your colors together. So here is a half pack of white. It's half an ounce of white. Then you'll need a half an ounce or half pack of the color of your choice, in this case red. However, if you want to create a secondary color, because I only have primary colors, you would then get a quarter pack of the two colors that will make your secondary color. So obviously yellow and blue would make green, and so on and so forth. So then when I get my clay out and ready, I will break it up into 4 sections, and I will make, but they're going to be going from small to large. So I might have one that's just a tiny amount, and I'm just tearing them off. I'm not trying to make it into anything pretty yet. And these two are very similar. I think what I'm going to do is add a little bit more to this piece. So it should go from the smaller, then more of a medium, and a little bit bigger medium, and then a large. And then with the white, I do the same thing, but I reverse it. So, and actually I'm only, in this case, I'm going to use about half of it for my big white, and I'm going to put it across for my littlest red. And then this one's going to be a little bit smaller, and then a little bit. I think I'm actually going to take some of that and do that. So you can definitely see, like, these are about the same size, but this one's definitely bigger and smaller, about the same size. This is a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger. I put nothing with this one, and you'll see why in a moment. So I'm going to mix these together, and at this time you can decide, do you want it marbleized or do you want it to be solid? So of course white and red mixed together will make pink. So I'm kind of liking this design there, so I'm going to leave it. So you do that with all of your pieces. This should end up being a little bit darker. So, yep, definitely. This one should be even darker, and then my darkest will be the solid red there. Yep, you can tell the difference between those two. Don't know if you can quite tell the difference between these two. So now I've got it going from light, a little bit darker, so a tint, a little bit darker until the solid shape, or the solid color. Then I'm going to take each of these and break them up into 3 sections. And I do try to keep them organized in order by color. Like this. Again, I'm not rolling them into little sections or balls. There. Now, you can decide if you want to start with the tint in the middle, like this one, where it's lighter and then it gets darker, or you can do the opposite where it's darker and then it gets lighter. Either way is up to you. The next step is I take my piece and I flatten it out. This is the only time you're going to do this next part. You're going to flatten out all of these, but this one is the only one I'm going to roll up like a burrito. So I'm just going to roll it up. And you see how it looks like a rose there, or a little rosebud. And I'm actually going to now attach it onto this base. And I do want to kind of squish it down a little bit. There. So now I've got my rose, and I can play around with this, and I can thin it out by pinching at it.